Using the 5 W's method, you, my friend, can speak about any topic in English fluently like a native English speaker. Are you ready? Well then, let's jump right in. Imagine this situation. We have these individuals sitting in a coffee shop and you want to describe it to someone else. You want to speak about their relationship, their friendship. How can you do this? By using the 5 W's. Who do we have here? Close friends. What are they doing? Meeting for weekly coffee dates. When? Every Saturday morning. Where? At a local coffee shop. Why? Regular coffee dates help friends stay connected and share life updates in a relaxed environment. Now, we just organized our thoughts. The first step to think in English, right? We're using the 5 W's. We're organizing our thoughts by getting the who, what, when, where, and why to describe this situation, speaking about friendship, speaking about relationships. So how can we now give a response, a fluent English response using that information? Here we go. In today's fast-paced world, friendships can easily fall by the wayside if not properly maintained. Close friends have discovered that meeting for weekly coffee dates every Saturday morning at a local coffee shop creates a safe space for meaningful conversations. These gatherings allow friends to catch up on each other's lives while enjoying their favorite beverages. Regular coffee dates help friends stay connected and share life updates in a relaxed environment, ensuring their bond remains strong despite busy schedules. Now, if I had read this prior to showing you the 5 W's, you would have probably been impressed, but you might have thought, I can't do that, Tiff. The fact of the matter is you can. Why? Because in step 1, all we did was organize the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. And that turned into this amazing response. Now, before we go on though, I want to explain 3 terms within this response. The first one is fall by the wayside. Fall by the wayside. Now the question is, what does this actually mean? Fall by the wayside means to be abandoned and neglected, or to fail to be maintained. To fall by the wayside, not maintaining a friendship. Our friendship fell by the wayside. We didn't maintain it. The second term I want to explain to you is safe space. Safe space. This refers to an environment where people feel comfortable expressing themselves without fear of judgment. You want to be a safe space for your friends. They feel like they can talk to you. They can express themselves freely. And the next term, the final term, is catch up. Now, catch up refers to learning about recent events or activities, or to bring oneself up to date. Hey, we need to catch up. I need to hear about your life. What's been going on? We need to catch up. So again, we organized the 5 W's for our first response. And this is what the response looked like again. In today's fast-paced world, friendships can easily fall by the wayside if not properly maintained. So for the first example, again, we used the 5 W's, who, what, when, where, and why, to speak about friendships. And using the 5 W's, we came up with this fluent English response. Now we're going to look at several other examples to help you realize the power of the 5 W's. Now, before we move on to our next one, I want to remind you, I want you to download the English with Tiffani app right after this class. Why? Because each week I teach you a new English lesson. And when you go to the app is free to download. You will find that you can practice what you've learned. So you're going to scroll down and you'll find where it says Weekly English Fluency Lessons with Teacher Tiffani. When you click on this and you hit continue, you will find all of the lessons laid out for each year. Currently, we are in 2025 at the time of this recording. So you'll see each of the lessons I have taught this year. And you can click on a lesson, and then you can review the information, review what I taught you. So I want you to make sure you download the app English with Tiffani, free download, and start studying so you can continue practicing with me. All right, so let's check out the next example. Again, understanding the power of the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. Thinking in English and then speaking English. Look at this example. We have these two individuals sitting on one couch speaking to another one. What is actually happening? Now, we're speaking about the overall arching topic of relationships or friendships. How can we use the 5 W's to describe this situation? So, who? Best friends. What? Supporting each other during breakups. When? Immediately after the breakup occurs. Where? At the friend's apartment. Why? Emotional support during difficult times strengthens friendships and helps friends heal faster. Now, what did we do? We just organized our thoughts based on the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. We have a situation again, this video clip of these individuals sitting in this living room at the friend's apartment. Now, how can we turn this into a fluent English response? Speaking about the overarching topic of friendship. Here's the response. When relationships end, having a shoulder to cry on can make all the difference in the healing process. Best friends have made it their priority to support each other during breakups, arriving immediately after the breakup occurs at the friend's apartment with comfort food and tissues. During these vulnerable moments, friends go the extra mile to provide both emotional and practical support. This immediate response demonstrates that emotional support during difficult times strengthens friendships and helps friends heal faster, proving that true friendship means being there when it matters most. Now, again, this is a response. This is a breakdown of best friends, of friendship that a native English speaker would give. But I want you to understand the elements, the 5 W's can be found in this response, which means you can do the same thing. Remember, we organized our thoughts. We looked at the situation, who, what, when, where, and why, and that turned into this response that we just read. But in the response, there were another 3 terms that I want to break down for you. Again, terms related to relationships. The first one was shoulder to cry on. Shoulder to cry on. And this just refers to someone who provides emotional support and comfort during difficult times. She gave me a shoulder to cry on. She was my shoulder to cry on. I appreciate him so much. He was my shoulder to cry on. He supported me in a difficult time. The next term that I want you to understand is go the extra mile. Again, go the extra mile. This refers to making an additional effort beyond what is expected or required. Going the extra mile. And then we had being there. Now, being there just refers to being available to provide support or assistance when needed. Hey, I appreciate you for being there. I'm saying I appreciate you for supporting me. When I needed you, you were there. I appreciated you for being there. Makes sense, right? So again, even in our second example, the second example where they're best friends speaking after someone has broken up with their boyfriend or girlfriend, we were able to organize our thoughts using the 5 W's method. But does it really work in every situation? What about this situation? Again, we see 4 individuals holding their diplomas, smiling. Can we really speak about friendships and these individuals who are graduating using the 5 W's? The answer is yes. So, who, what, when, where, and why? Who? College friends. What? Celebrating graduation achievements together. When? On graduation day. Where? At the campus ceremony and after party. Why? Sharing milestone moments creates lasting memories and reinforces the importance of friendship during major life transitions. Again, friendship. And now we have these friends who were together in college, and we're speaking about their friendship by organizing our thoughts first using the 5 W's method. What would the response look like? Describing their friendship. Celebrating life's milestones with friends makes these achievements even more meaningful and memorable. College friends have committed to celebrating graduation achievements together on graduation day, attending both the campus ceremony and after party as a unified group. This tradition brings out the best in everyone involved, as friends cheer each other on and acknowledge years of hard work. Time flies during these special moments, but sharing milestone moments creates lasting memories and reinforces the importance of friendship during major life transitions. Each of the elements, each of the 5 W's can be found in this response. This description of college friends: who, what, when, where, and why. But you also noticed 3 new terms. So I want to break them down for you. The first one is milestones. We're going to look at the first one, which is milestones. Milestones refers to significant events or achievements that mark important points in development or progress. A very significant event, graduating, that's a milestone. Takes you to the next step of your life. Milestone. The next one is brings out the best. Brings out the best. And this refers to encouraging or inspiring someone to show their finest qualities, their best qualities. In English, we say brings out the best. Listen, that color brings out the best in you. Come on, yes. It makes you look great. That color looks good on you. It brings out the best in you. And what about time flies? Time flies. This just means time passes quickly, especially during enjoyable moments. Man, we had such a good time. I can't believe how fast time flies. I didn't even realize we were here for 5 hours. Time flies. So again, speaking about college friends, they are together. We have these 3 new terms: milestones, brings out the best, and also time flies. We used, once again, the 5 W's to organize our thoughts to speak about college friends and their friendship. But what about this situation? We have individuals sitting together, eating marshmallows. How can we use the 5 W's to describe their friendship? Here's the who. Adventure-seeking friends. What? Planning annual camping trips. When? Every summer vacation. Where? In national parks or scenic locations. Why? Shared adventures create strong bonds and provide opportunities to disconnect from technology while reconnecting with each other. What did we do? We organized our thoughts using the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. Now we're going to turn this information into a response that a native English speaker would give if he or she were speaking about adventure-seeking friends. Here's the response. Again, speaking about friendship. Modern life often leaves little room for genuine connection, making intentional friend time more important than ever. Adventure-seeking friends have established the tradition of planning annual camping trips every summer vacation in national parks or scenic locations. You see the 5 W's. These getaways provide the perfect opportunity to unwind from daily stressors while friends make the most of their time together. All in all, shared adventures create strong bonds and provide opportunities to disconnect from technology while reconnecting with each other, strengthening friendships through shared experiences. What are you noticing? We are using the same method, the 5 W's method: who, what, when, where, and why. But each response we've been reviewing has been different, even though we're still speaking about friendship. This is the power of the 5 W's method. Now, I want us to look at 3 specific terms: unwind, make the most, and all in all. So, unwind, this term unwind just refers to being relaxed, and also releasing tension or stress. Listen, today was hard. I had a lot of work to do. My boss was getting on my nerves. I had to do this project. I just want to unwind. I want to release my stress. I want to relax. I need to unwind. The next term is make the most. Now, this just refers to taking full advantage of an opportunity or situation. In English, we say make the most. Hey, make the most of this. It might be gone tomorrow, but use what you can today. Make the most. And finally, all in all. This refers to considering everything, taking everything into account. Hey, don't forget anything. Don't leave anything out. Let's think about this aspect and that aspect. All in all, considering everything. All right. So again, these terms were included in the response, and we also saw each of the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. But does this method really work in every situation? What about this situation? We have 4 individuals sitting at a table, and it looks like they're studying. Does this really work? Can we really describe the situation of these friends using the 5 W's? Who, what, when, where, and why? Let's try it. Who? Well, we have, not the what. There we go. Who? Study group friends. Now what are they doing? Forming weekly study sessions. When? Every Tuesday and Thursday evening. Where? In the university library. Why? Collaborative learning helps friends achieve academic goals while maintaining social connections during stressful periods. Again, we simply answered each of the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. Now we're going to take this information, our thoughts, and create a response to describe these individuals and the friendship they have. Here's the response. Academic pressure can sometimes strain friendships, but smart students have found ways to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Study group friends have committed to forming weekly study sessions every Tuesday and Thursday evening in the university library. Where and what? This arrangement allows them to stay on top of their coursework while maintaining their social bonds. These sessions prove that collaborative learning helps friends achieve academic goals while maintaining social connections during stressful periods, ensuring that academic success doesn't come at the expense of meaningful friendships. Each of the 5 W's can be found in this response. Now, we also notice once again, we have 3 new expressions, 3 new terms. So let's dive deeper into these terms to understand what they mean. The first one is kill 2 birds with 1 stone, a popular idiom that we use in English. It means, again, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, a little aggressive, I know, but it has a simple meaning. It just means to accomplish 2 goals with a single action. I want to spend time with my friends, but I also need to study for my test or my exam. Hey guys, let's form a study group. I'm spending time with my friends and we're also studying. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. The next term was also very important. Stay on top of. Stay on top of, and this means to remain informed about or in control of a situation. Hey, I want to stay on top of this. I want to keep this at the top of my mind. I want to make sure I'm understanding and focusing on this. Stay on top of. And finally, at the expense of. This refers to causing harm or loss to something else. Hey, don't do this because it will be at the expense of our relationship. If you leave, our relationship will fail. At the expense of. So again, each of these terms was used in our response, and we also had the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. This next example is also very powerful. Think about this situation. You have 2 individuals. They're sitting on this couch playing a video game. The dog is even there. If you're watching, you can see. But can we really use the 5 W's to describe their friendship, to describe the situation? Let's try. Here we go. First, who? Gaming enthusiasts. What? hosting online game nights. When? Every Friday night. Where? Through video calls and gaming platforms. Why? Virtual gaming sessions allow friends to maintain connections despite distance and busy schedules. Who, what, when, where, and why. When you look at each W individually, it's actually very simple, right? Very easy. Now let's combine them to give a fluent English response. Here's the response with each of the 5 W's. Distance and busy schedules no longer have to put a damper on friendship when technology offers creative solutions. Gaming enthusiasts have started hosting online game nights every Friday night through video calls and gaming platforms. These virtual gatherings help friends blow off steam after long work weeks while staying connected. At the end of the day, virtual gaming sessions allow friends to maintain connections despite distance and busy schedules, proving that modern friendships can thrive in digital spaces. You caught it right. Each of the 5 W's that we organized, each of the pieces of information could be seen and heard in our response, the 5 W's. And again, we have 3 new terms. Again, terms you can use when speaking about friendships. We have put a damper on, blow off steam, and at the end of the day. So what do these terms mean? First, we have put a damper on. Now, this just refers to reducing enthusiasm or enjoyment, or to have a discouraging effect. Hey, we're on cloud 9, everything's good, and then she put a damper on the mood when she said we have a test. Again, to reduce enthusiasm or enjoyment, or to have a discouraging effect. In English, we say put a damper on. Then we have to blow off steam. Blowing off steam. What does this mean? It means to release pent-up energy, stress, or emotions. I've been very stressed. There's a lot of emotions. I just need to blow off some steam. Let me go take a run, or let me go on a run. Let me go swim, or let me do something to blow off steam, to release this stress. Blow off steam. And then we have at the end of the day. At the end of the day, this refers to when everything is considered, or ultimately, hey, at the end of the day, or ultimately, when we think about everything, ... at the end of the day. So these terms were included in our response that also included the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. And we're still speaking about friendship, but we've already had 5 different responses. Does it really work? We've had 6 different responses. Does it really work? What about this situation? These individuals seem to be running together to get some exercise, but can we use the 5 W's to describe this situation? These friends, what they're doing, can we really use the 5 W's to give a fluent English response to describe this situation? Well, let's try. Who? Fitness-focused friends. What? Working out together regularly. When? 3 times per week. Where? At the local gym or outdoor trails. Why? Exercise partnerships provide motivation and accountability while strengthening friendships through shared health goals. Again, each of the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. We answered them. We have the information. Now let's combine it to make a clear and concise response. Here's the response in English. Maintaining healthy habits becomes easier when friends team up to support each other's goals. Fitness-focused friends who have committed to working out together, what? Regularly 3 times per week, when? At the local gym or outdoor trails, where? This partnership helps them stick to their exercise routines when motivation is low. In the long run, exercise partnerships provide motivation and accountability while strengthening friendships through shared health goals, creating a positive cycle where friends inspire each other toward better living. Each of the 5 W's, once again, each of the 5 W's is found in this response. We have all the information, and you saw the information, the 5 W's in that response. But we also noticed something else. 3 new terms. team up, stick to, and in the long run. So what do these terms actually mean? So team up, it just means to join forces or work together toward a common goal. Let's team up. Let's work together to achieve this common goal. The next one was stick to. Stick to. Now, stick to just refers to continuing with a plan, decision, or commitment despite difficulties. Hey, it might not be easy, it might be difficult, but let's stick to it. Let's keep pressing forward. Stick to. And then finally, in the long run. In the long run. Now, this means over an extended period of time or eventually. Over an extended period of time. Hey, in the long run, it really won't matter, so let's just move forward. In the long run, over an extended period of time. In the long run. So again, in our response, the 3 terms and the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. But really, what about this situation? Can we use the 5 W's? We see these 3 individuals. It looks like they're celebrating someone's birthday. They're smiling, but can we use the 5 W's to describe their friendship? Who, what, when, where, and why. You're understanding, you're seeing, you're realizing the power of this simple method. Who, what, when, where, and why. What about this situation? Who? Childhood friends. What? Organizing surprise birthday parties. When? On each friend's birthday. Where? At someone's home or a rented venue. Why? Surprise celebrations show thoughtfulness and create joyful memories that strengthen long-term friendships. Each of the 5 W's, we have information. Who, what, when, where, and why. Clear, easy to understand. How can we turn this into a fluent English response? Using each of the 5 W's. Here's the response. Long-lasting friendships require ongoing effort to keep the spark alive through meaningful gestures. Childhood friends have made it their mission to organize surprise birthday parties on each friend's birthday, carefully planned at someone's home or rented venue. You see the 5 W's, you heard them, right? These celebrations help friends make a big deal out of important moments in each other's lives. When all is said and done, surprise celebrations show thoughtfulness and create joyful memories that strengthen long-term friendships, demonstrating that some traditions are worth maintaining across decades. Again, an amazing response, a very good response, but what do you realize? We simply used the 5 W's. We organized our thoughts first, and that's how we got this amazing response. We simply used the 5 W's. Again, now there are 3 terms, once again, that are useful that you need to understand. We have keep the spark alive, make a big deal, and all is said and done. So what do these terms mean, these expressions? Keep the spark alive. It just refers to maintaining excitement, interest, or energy in a relationship. Hey, I know we've been married for 10 years, but let's keep the spark alive. Let's go on a trip together. Let's spend quality time together. I know the kids keep us busy, but let's have time, make time for each other. Let's keep the spark alive. Maintain excitement, interest, or energy in a relationship. And what about this one? Make a big deal. This means to treat something as very important or significant. To treat it as very important or significant. Hey, something that's small, don't make a big deal out of it. Or hey, this is important, let's make a big deal. Hey, this is a big deal. Then we have the 3rd term or expression. When all is said and done. This just means after everything has been completed or considered or ultimately. When all is said and done, at the end of the day, when we finish and conclude everything. When all is said and done. So each of these terms were used in our response along with the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. You're seeing it. You're understanding now how powerful this simple method is. What about this situation? Again, we have 6 individuals and it looks like they're volunteers. They're outside, they're happy, but can we really use the 5 W's? Like, come on, Tiff. Is it really that simple? It is, my friend. Who? Community-minded friends. What? Volunteering at local charities together. When? 1 weekend per month. Where? At food banks, animal shelters, or community centers. Why? Shared service activities strengthen friendships while making a positive impact on their community. Who, what, when, where, and why. We organized each piece of information. Now it's time to turn this information into a fluent English response. Here's the response. Friends who share values often find that giving back together can bring them closer in unexpected ways. Community-minded friends have committed to volunteering at local charities together 1 weekend per month at food banks, animal shelters, or community centers. These experiences help them see eye to eye on important social issues while working toward common goals. By and large, shared service activities strengthen friendships while making a positive impact on their community, proving that the best friendships are built on shared purpose and mutual care for others. It's ironic. I prepared this lesson, but as I was reading this paragraph that we created from the 5 W's, I started thinking about my own friends. Some of my closest friends are the ones who I actually had shared experiences of serving others with. My friends from Korea, we're still friends to this day. So this is so true. We're talking about the 5 W's, but don't miss the message in the words as well in this paragraph. So we have the 5 W's in this paragraph, and we also have 3 new terms. Bring them closer, see eye to eye, and by and large. What do these terms actually mean? First, we have bring closer. This means to cause people to develop a stronger relationship or bond. It brings them closer. It causes them to want to be around each other more. Brings closer. Next, we have see eye to eye. See eye to eye. This just refers to agreeing completely on something or to have the same opinion. Hey, we're on the same page. I agree with you 100%. We are seeing eye to eye. And then finally, we have by and large. By and large. Again, useful expressions, useful terms and phrases that native English speakers use all the time. By and large, it means generally speaking, or for the most part. Hey, by and large, people like ranch dressing. By and large, people like insert whatever food item you like. By and large, generally speaking, or for the most part. So again, in our response, we had each of the 5 W's and we had the 3 terms. Bring them closer, see eye to eye, and by and large. My friend, this is the power of the 5 W's method. Now, if this was helpful, if you enjoyed it, if you learned a lot and you want to keep studying with me, I want you to enroll in my course, the 365-day English study plan. Each day of the year, I provide you with a lesson to help you go from the intermediate to the advanced English level. All you have to do is go to www.speakenglishwithtiffani.com/365plan. Again, speakenglishwithtiffani.com/365plan. Hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I'll talk to you next time. I'm loving it. You still there? You know what time it is. It's story time. Hey, hey, hey. I said it's story time. All right. This is not the story I planned to tell you, and it's going to be short but sweet. I, every once in a while, will pause to reminisce, to reflect, and also to ponder. I think about my life. I think about the things I've done in my life, where I am right now, where I've come from, as far as things in the past, being in Korea. I've had so many experiences, And I want you to pay attention, listen closely. I've done many things, but what I'm doing right now, the opportunity, the privilege I have of teaching you English, of helping you move forward in your life, of helping you realize how intelligent you are, this right here is one of my greatest achievements. What I'm doing right now brings me the most joy. When I read messages in the comment section, when I get emails, when I get, for those that are in my academy, when I get messages from them via email or via our private platform saying that their lives have been changed because of an English lesson that I taught, that brings me so much joy. And it's like fuel. You know, if you pour fuel on a fire, it just gets stronger and more powerful. I've been doing this for several years, and I'm more passionate than I was when I started. When I started, I was passionate, but now I'm even more passionate than I was. Why? Because of you. Yes, you. I know I might not be sitting physically with you in your home, and you might not be physically sitting with me in my office, but the fact of the matter is we are connecting, and I am honored. I am privileged. I am so happy and overjoyed to be able to help you on your English journey. So no, there's not a story for today specifically about my past, but there is a story about my present situation, and it includes you. Thank you for giving me the honor and the privilege of being your English teacher. I'll continue working hard to provide you with what you need, the tools you need, the strategies, the tips, the methods to help you on your English journey. I care about you genuinely, and I want to see you achieve your English goals. Thanks again. I'll talk to you in the next lesson.